What's going on, MFs? Welcome back to the Snake Pit. This is episode 166. Today's guest is Jordan Mccullough. He's a local musician out here, and he's doing a lot of other things. Check him out, man. He's a cool guy. We had a great conversation. You can follow him. The link's in the bio. And shout out to Bradley and Hella Soft for helping out. This was recorded probably like a month ago, so some things might have changed. And I really hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys stick with us in the 2022 year. If you would, please subscribe if you're new to this channel. And follow all these people, man. They're great people. I think we're going to have a lot of great guests and a lot of people doing cool shit around Lubbock. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy. Ready. We're here. Welcome to the Snake Pit, brother.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on. Go ahead and introduce yourself to us. Tell us who you are, what you got going on, man.
Yeah, sure thing. I'm Jordan Mccullough. I just graduated from tech last Saturday. Got a degree in marketing with a minor in economics. But in my free time, I also really like to do a lot of art stuff. So I do some painting, play some instruments and that type of thing.
You were at that vintage place. That's where I met you, right?
Lively Society?
Is that who you know?
Yeah, I know Philip. Oh, you're talking about that.
Next Generation did their thing.
Yeah, right.
Do you know Mel? Okay, you know all of them.
Yeah, man.
Did you go to school with Philip? Is that how you met him in class or what?
Yeah, actually, we were both at tech. He's a advertising major, but he has started Lively Society, and I worked with this consulting group at tech that did digital marketing consulting for local businesses, and we were like, looks like a cool shop. So we basically hit him up, and we're just trying to work with him. So
was that at the Rawls? Were you at the Rawls?
Yeah, I was at the Rawls. Yeah.
Okay. I missed that school. I went there, man. It was really nice. I think it was one of the nicer schools that tech had to offer.
Yeah.
I just want to see if he was going to say something. Oh, you didn't go to... Did you go to tech?
Yeah, I did.
Oh. He's trying to go to... Never mind. I ain't even going to say it.
He doesn't like my choice of graduate school. I'm trying to get into. Yeah.
What school?
Take a guess before he tells you. Take a guess. Just one guess.
Is it Texas?
Yep, the University of Texas.
you dirty bastard.
But I got my bachelor's at Tech, so it evens out.
I guess so.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you about this since it's already pulled up. Can you tell me about these Tiny Desk concerts? Like, what's going on there?
Yeah, so this Tiny Desk concert right here, my friend Alex hosted it in Casp Livework Studio 2. And we just, I had been in a band with Alex like a little over a year ago, DNR, a cover band. And Robbie was also in that same band. He's the loop dude, like outside of the art trail. He plays like cello and he loops.
Oh, yeah.
With the drums, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
is that like something they have ongoing, or is that just a one-time deal? Because it seems like a cool little thing to do.
Right, man. We do need to do another one for sure. That was Alex's idea, and I don't know what her plan is for like the next Tiny Desk concert, but that would be really dope to keep those going.
Yeah, not like you just like outside of like First Friday, it'd be just cool to like have like a Lubbock Tiny Desk concert. Like, what did you play? Like, what kind of music do you play? I haven't seen you yet.
Right.
So.
Well, I like to like, if I'm singing, it's easier for me to play the piano. If I'm like just a background instrument, I'll be a bass. For like another person's band, that's how I prefer to do it, I guess. But like my own stuff that I was doing that day, I would say kind of like indie garage rock style. So, yeah.
How long have you been?
That's cool. It glitched out.
Yeah.
I actually like glitch art. So,
well, that wasn't on purpose. This is fucking,
it's kind of cool though.
This is some bullshit when it goes in. How long have you been playing instruments? Like
dude,
what was like the first one you learned?
I learned the piano first. I started in first grade. Played until like 7th grade, I think. With like a teacher, and then after that got into high school, and I was playing the guitar around 8th grade, I think. So did that, and I was just kind of learning the piano and guitar by ear mainly for a few years. And then actually I picked up the bass during COVID. Like I was at one of my friend's house and he had his bass guitar with him. And I was like, do you mind if I try that out? And he's like, yeah, sure. So I was just messing around on it. And I was like, this kind of feels like my instrument, if that makes sense. Like, I wonder if all musicians who like practice multiple instruments kind of like have a moment like that where you realize like that this kind of just like feels like it embodies the style that you go for, I guess. So
because my parents are getting my sister, she's 12, a bass for Christmas. Would you say is it easy instrument to like learn to play and
man.
Like know how to like in a band setting and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's actually, I think it's a really good starter instrument.
Is it?
Yeah, I kind of wish in some ways that I had started out with it because really you're like playing the root note is like your main focus, right? So that's like, you know, if it's a C chord, you're playing the C note. So you just like play the root note and then kind of like go off of that.
Are you using a pick or do you use your fingers?
I use my fingers usually.
Well, yeah, you have the piano background, huh? So you got like
exactly.
They're already like the feel.
Yeah.
What are you looking up over here, Miley?
I'm just looking up some bass guitars.
I can't wait till she gets it because I want to fuck around with it.
Yeah, man.
And I've been fucking around with guitar. No, I just want to fuck around with this. See, it's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah. Wait, are you gonna release this episode after Christmas? Okay.
It should have probably be out like 2022.
Cool.
Early January. Shh. Oh, she don't fucking listen. She ain't gonna hear this shit. At least I don't think she listens. I hope not. It would be my little brothers listen and they're fucking 12 and 13, so who knows? Man, that Explorer right there is like one of my favorite guitars ever. It was on the very bottom. That one right there. That is like the one guitar I want in my life.
Oh, that's cool.
But they're expensive as shit. I don't know.
Especially Gibson.
Yes.
I've been hearing things about Gibson. It's going, I wouldn't say they're going bankrupt.
I thought they did.
Hell, let me see.
Yeah, you got the Googles, man. Let us know.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you when you got in like a band?
I think I was 21. Yeah.
Oh,
it was the first time I played in like an actual band. I mean, outside of like band in school, you know, played the saxophone. But yeah, it was over COVID, like literally a month after I started playing the bass. And I went to just like see some friends do a show. And that was the show that Alex and Robbie were at. Also, Drew and Hannah, our other friends. That was the whole band DNR. And they didn't have a bass player whenever I showed up. And I was like, hey, is like one of y'all's players missing? Y'all have a bass? And Alex was like, no. I was like, okay, bet. I play the bass if y'all need another person. She's like, yeah, we have practice on Wednesday. And I was like, all right, I'll be there.
Oh, shit.
So it says right here, Gibson, an icon American guitar manufacturer, has filed for bankruptcy. The company has at least $100 million of debt and perhaps has as much as $500 million, according to paperwork filed in Delaware on Tuesday. But Gibson still has plans to get back on its feet.
Dang.
I mean, every guitar that you see that's Gibson brands like 2,000, 2,500 up to 3,000. So
like the cheapest ones are like $1,200.
Because I mean, you could get just as good as a guitar if it's Epiphone or Ibanez.
Are you much familiar with like instrument? Because I've heard people say though, like even just the quality of Gibson has kind of hasn't gotten any it sucks now, I guess. I don't want to talk shit about I don't want them to get mad at me. What if I want a Gibson guitar one day? But I have an Epiphone and I do like those. But I've just heard that like the quality of Gibson hasn't been very good in recent years because there's some of that older shit that people want. They want the older. Yeah. You know, they go after that shit in the 60s, 70s, and 80s
Fuck yeah.
that still last. So I don't know. So you being in a band is very new, huh?
Yeah.
Last year?
Yeah, definitely.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And what are y'all called?
It's that was DNR.
DNR.
Yeah. That was like a cover band.
Oh, okay.
And like lately I've just been writing a few songs and stuff. And for that most recent concert, I had just like hit up a few people to like be like, can we just like get together and learn these songs real quick? And I think we only had like 2 or 3 practice sessions together before that Tiny Desk concert. But that was cool because I feel like that's true to form for some Tiny Desk concerts. Like when a lot of the artists will like get somebody to adapt their music and play with them. You know, like you think of Tyler, the Creator, had like a whole group of people out there.
I was gonna ask that.
Yeah.
Like people were doing that already, right? Sort of like.
Yeah.
Did Mac Miller do one of those?
Yes. And he had like some violinists playing.
Oh, okay.
You know, so it's cool how they like get more musicians to work with them in those situations.
Damn. So how nervous were you? Were you scared?
I was definitely a little nervous.
Though?
I was very excited because I had those songs written like half a year ago. Like I was ready to play them then.
Oh shit.
But was just kind of figuring stuff out. And then that concert got arranged and I was like, okay, I'm on to play. So I got to put something together to do this, you know?
Was that this month in December?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you go to that? That first Friday though? I don't know if I did.
I went.
Did I go?
I know.
Where was it?
I don't know.
Do you have a favorite bass player?
I don't know what you're doing.
Favorite bass player,
you
man?
didn't want to come out.
I know that's a hard one.
You're right. I think.
But would you say like who are your top 3 that you get your main influence from?
Dang, man.
You said bass
That's
player?
hard.
Yeah.
Well, just all around musicians. How about that one?
All around musicians.
Like any sort of artist. Who's your favorite artist? And then if you have like bass players.
Yeah. Well, bass players, like I haven't really studied a whole lot of like the history of like bass players, but modern bass player, I really like Thundercat.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Is
Did
Les
you?
Claypool a bassist?
Let me see.
Yeah, he is.
Primus?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's his name. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Thundercat. By the way, did you know he was the bass player for Suicidal Tendencies at one point?
No, I had no idea.
That's how
crazy.
he got his start. He was on the band from like 02 to
That's how he started?
2011. Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Because I was looking up Suicidal Tendencies, like about their history, and under the former bandmates list, it said Thundercat. I was like, what? Fucking Thundercat was on there? Let me see.
Wow.
Have you ever seen Suicidal Tendencies? No. I don't even.
I don't think it would be worth it anymore.
It's just so different. Like all the band members.
What? Watching Suicidal?
That would kind of be like seeing Black Flag. Like who the fuck is that?
The only cool, like,
Yeah, there he is right there.
older punk band I've seen was, like, Doyle from the Misfits, but it's because he had, like, a young band doing Misfits covers.
Weren't they doing a reunion for a little bit?
They only...
Or they
in under contract, they can only do 5 shows. So I think they are.
Was it 'cause of
completed their
COVID?
last one? No, just in general.
Well,
For
I'm
them
saying,
to-
like-
no, just for them to like get back together. Like they have 5 shows left, and I think they only have 1 show left, or they already completed their 5th. I might be completely wrong.
Well, I was just saying, didn't they try to get back together and then COVID happened?
No,
Or
I
no?
don't think so.
No. That's crazy that they fucking.
Like they had like a show in Vegas, a show in Chicago, and those tickets like sold out immediately. Whenever you would go to the concert, you had to seal your phone because they didn't want any kind of
Respect that.
yeah.
Isn't this guy Les Claypool like one of the best bass players like ever?
He's unique. I mean, have you heard any Primus?
Primus goes hard.
Yeah.
I love Primus. I would
When you
love
hear
to
it, you
see
know it.
Primus.
Like the way I would say the distortions, like turned up all the way. So
Yeah,
and
it's just
sometimes it sounds like an electric guitar.
It's very like Oingo Boingo
Mhm.
type shit.
Like
Yeah.
That comes off the mouth. Fun. I like just phonically. I don't want to say it. Wait.
Oingo Boingo.
Yes, I just like the way
Boingo.
that sounds. Sorry.
Yeah, they got some wacky songs too. Like Jerry was a race car driver.
John the Fisherman.
John the Fisherman.
Was it I Am Mud or
My
ever
name
listen
is
to these
Mud.
people?
My Name is Mud?
You ever listen to him?
Dude, I might have heard him.
Well, who do
a
you
little
listen
bit,
to?
but-
What kind of music you like? Where are you pulling your inspiration from?
Wait, let me pull up my Spotify, my Spotify thing from
Your Spotify Wrapped?
2021. Yeah.
I would love to see fucking Primus.
I've been seeing them do like in festivals lists. They're starting to appear more.
Yeah, I think last time they toured, they were on a tour with Coheed and Cambria.
Oh shit!
But no, so like for each one of their shows on their tour, they release a special art print
Mhm.
just for that city, and each one is like crazy detailed, crazy intricate, fucking psychedelic as fuck, and it's just for that tour date.
That'd be
And they
cool.
have like a very limited press of them, and I think like they're signed or some shit.
He tried out for Cliff Burton's spot when Cliff Burton died,
Hmm.
and for Metallica, and they were like pushed him away as soon as he got there because they're like, "You're too good for this. Get out of here." So he didn't even get to try out. He wanted to. That's pretty cool. So these are was that the Joker?
Each city
Oh,
has
wow.
that's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory,
Oh,
but each city has their own poster.
it's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
I love that artwork.
Oh, I love Queens of the Stone Age. Oof.
Yeah, that's
I love Queens of the Stone
some of the
Age.
shit me and my boss listened to actually.
Did you know the OG drummer was Dave Grohl?
He's in one of
History
their
Lesson
music
today.
videos.
Yeah,
Little
no one
Sister.
knows. Well,
Is it that one?
He's on that one as well. I don't know about the other one. So, but
I
yeah,
actually like Foo Fighters. I've been listening to them with my boss. There's this radio station on XM.
Mhm.
They play a lot of that older shit. A lot of older Foo
Yeah.
Fighters. I don't get damn. It's pretty good.
that's my next like big concert I want to go to. That's Foo
pretty-
Fighters.
I saw. No, I didn't see them.
No,
I could have, but I didn't see them. They were playing.
you know they once the Foo Fighters had a scheduled date to perform here in Lubbock. I would say back in like 04, 05. And then they got a chance to perform in Mexico City. And so they
Those
ended up canceling Lubbock to go play over there.
I did not know. That.
Yeah.
Good for them though, fuckers.
They need to make up for it though.
We need a cool venue.
Right. I pulled up.
Oh yeah,
pulled
yeah.
up,
Some of the guys you're listening to.
Let's see here. Top artists this year from highest to lowest. Top 5 was Kanye, TV Girl, Tyler the Creator, Mild High Club, and Little Sims.
Little what?
Little Sims.
TV Girl? That was another one.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, well, I never even heard.
TV Girl. Dude,
heard
that's like the hardest one to explain. Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
them?
Yeah, they like sample actually like old TV shows where like so like that's why they named themselves TV Girl.
TV Girl.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let me look into that.
Yeah. But they had like a song that was like a TikTok song that was really popular. You're Not Allowed this year. And so I've been listening to them a lot. I think they were my top one in 2020. And then after that came out, they like blew up. So I was like, I was listening to them before
Oh
they
my God.
got that TikTok song, you know?
Are they an American band?
Yeah, I think so. I think they originated in New York, but I'm not completely sure.
And who is that Lil what?
Little Sims.
Can you look that up for me, please?
Yep.
How many minutes are you listening to Spotify?
I think it was like
Is it
think it-
Lil like
little. It's spelled little.
Sims?
My little buddy.
Yeah, like SIMZ. I think.
Is that her?
Yeah. Yeah, she released a new album this fall too. That was really good.
What kind of music does she is that?
She's kind of like alternative hip hop.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, you go, people will check her out. I've never even heard of her. Never heard of the other one either. And you said Kanye?
Yeah.
That crazy fool. Jesus Christ, God bless him.
I love him.
I think he's like one of the few true artists left on this planet. I think. I mean, but he's crazy.
Yeah.
He's crazy. Do you own any Yeezys? You got any pieces?
Do I what?
Do you have any of his?
Any?
Yeah.
Nah, man, that's too expensive for me. I like it, but haven't got anything yet. But
Does Philip have any of his stuff at his shop? Do you know?
I bet he has some Yeezys. If he doesn't, then he needs to get a pair in there.
I know one of the other guys that was at that little vintage thing. He had some because one of my friends bought a pair of them. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I would, if they didn't hurt my feet, I would buy some. But they hurt my feet.
Really?
I'm gonna wear the shit out of them. But
Wow.
it's not. They just don't do well on my feet.
Dang.
Because I want some.
Yeah.
I really do. I think that's like a cool flex. Like just for flex sake, I would have some, but they don't ever.
Right.
No, it's not worth the money.
As a Kanye fan, what would you say is your go-to album?
Oh man, I think his like biggest masterpiece of an album was my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. For memories' sake, like I have like a lot of good memories while listening to Graduation. So like sometimes it's about the moments that you can like go back to whenever you listen to the music, you know?
You know, Kanye's, when it comes to him and when his albums have came out all these years, like I've always heard stories, like family that grew up with Michael Jackson, they would always say, "Oh, I'm probably a Thriller baby or a Bad baby or Off the Wall baby."
Yeah.
I feel like it applies the same with Kanye because I feel like where you were at that time, you could describe what album, like which one of his albums came out, and it almost describes what you were going through at that time. Because like me, I mean, I grew up with Graduation. And I feel like that kind of is my go-to where it explains what I was going through at those early young Bradley years, you know.
I wish I could have met a young Bradley.
I'm about the same, just more. I was more wacky then.
Wacky.
So,
Wacky Bradley.
I still feel like I'm wacky at times. But yeah, Graduation is, I don't know, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, it is. It is, man.
But yeah, what's your Kanye album?
Oh, I don't really even listen to Kanye. I'll be straight up on Yeezus, probably.
Yeezus?
I just remember that era when that shit, like, that's when I was introduced to, like, Kanye, you know?
I feel like
in a way, I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
That's when you could wear a Confederate flag, too.
I almost feel like
I'm just saying.
I almost feel like for the OG Kanye fans, once Yeezus came out, I feel like those OG Kanye fans kind of started to. That's when I miss the old Kanye started to come.
Because I remember the old Kanye. Because my mom liked the old. That we were actually, me and my mom were talking about that. She's like, I like his old music, and then it changed. I remember actually, like, she didn't like it anymore after that. So I mean, I never really was listening to old him though. So I don't know.
It took me a while to respect Yeezus for what it is, because I was one of those fans, but looking back at it, like, you know.
That's because it was ahead of its time, you know? Yeah.
I love Kanye West.
Yeah.
Like, truly, like, he is like one of those, like, just songbirds in my eyes. Like, I mean, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is my favorite album of his. But it's like you said, like, there are eras of Kanye's albums that you can relate to. Like, Summer 16 was Life of Pablo, you know, and that was the album you listened to and you cruised to. Yeah, you know, and it's just like, but with like Yeezus, it was so ignorant. But that's it. It's like, it was extremely ignorant. It was extremely out of pocket and offensive. But it was one of those things where, like, I love Marilyn Manson so much, despite all the bad shit he has done. He's a songbird in my eyes. But I love Marilyn Manson because he is ignorant and he's arrogant and he's just very like, fuck you, this is me, accept it or not. And I just kind of started classifying Kanye in that same category as Manson because I was just like, wow, like what a man to
That's
like
why they hang out with each other.
that fucking vocal.
That's why they're friends.
Yeah, but that's why I love ASAP Rocky because he's also very like, fuck you, this is me as well, you know. And just,
I feel that more because I really enjoy his music.
yeah,
ASAP's like ASAP.
and like you and I have talked about it. He's just that kind of man.
He showed what it was like for me and my growing up, like to be cool. Like you weren't just a musician, you were cool. You did everything. You dress cool. You eat cool shit. You do cool shit. You hang out with cool girls. That's what A$AP Rocky was for me. I never really felt that from. I would consider Kanye a rock star though.
Oh yeah,
but I never saw him like that. I mean,
that's just how
he's fucking
like,
crazy.
He's
just fucking
that's
crazy.
like what his music did for me, honestly.
Well, that's wild to think though. He's been around since 05. No, it was like 04.
Was
I
it
think
song
the,
he did with the?
I think the College Dropout dropped in 04. So he's been here for all our lives, just about.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Shout out to him though. He's fucking crazy.
He is insane.
Do you think that's what it takes to be a good artist? Like a true artist, like I said, like you kind of have to be fucking out of your mind.
Dude.
As someone who creates music, would you say that?
Man.
Or,
I mean, it does like take a level of like masochism almost at times to like write about shit that you went through, you know. It'd be like performing a song about something that was like a sad experience for you, you know.
what is songwriting like for you? What do you just like something? Are you like that where it's like how you feel, or are you like inspired by like a story, something you read in the paper?
You know, I wish I could be a better storyteller, honestly. Because, you know, like, that's a lot of songwriters can just like make a story about something that didn't even happen to them. But at this point, and really with almost all my art, I think it's like still connected to me. I like can't write in the third person like that. So it's usually like either loosely based or like to the T based off of something that I was going through or whatever, you know.
So kind of based off women, heartbreak.
A couple of the songs on this last EP are about women. A couple of them are just more about like mental health. So yeah, well, it's not out yet, but like the EP that I'm writing right now.
Where are you gonna release it at? Spotify?
Yeah.
Apple Music.
Yeah.
I listened through Apple Music, so I couldn't have a Spotify rap. So I really did feel left out that day. When everybody was putting their shit on, I was just like, can you do? I don't like Spotify. I don't know why. I never really got into that.
Do you have Spotify?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What were your top 5? Do you remember?
What were yours, Bradley?
I still have it on here.
What does Bradley listen to? What does Bradley Pitts listen to?
I'm trying to remember what it was.
You seem to have a big palette for music. What are some of your favorites of 2021? Let's talk about the year. Let's talk about 2021 as we're wrapping it up.
Trying to remember what exactly. Let me look it up real quick. My number one artist was actually the Beastie Boys. The reason why was because they came out with the documentary on Apple TV, and they do an oral history of what they went through when they became big through each album. And after watching that, I kind of just listened to every single album that they put out just about. And I really got into their music. So that's why they were my number one.
When did they first start?
In 86.
Oh, shit.
So they were around for a good while. And then, but other than that, number 2 was a band called Bad Bad Not Good. They're a jazz band. Yeah. Like, you know who they are?
Yeah. Dude, I love them. Yeah.
I really want to go see them in March. They're going to perform in Dallas. Really? So I'm probably going to go check them out. You know?
Shoot. Yeah, I got to look into that too. Do you know when tickets are coming out?
They're out now, but each ticket before the fees, it's like $27. So
was it at the Bomb Factory?
It's not bad.
It's it's a theater in downtown Dallas. I can't remember what it's called.
Okay.
But Tame Impala was on my list, which is usual for me. And then
Did they have any music come out this year?
they did last year.
Last year.
Yeah. So I'm trying to remember other two.
What are yours, Jen?
So my top artists were, of course, Prayers.
Was Meg Thee Stallion on there?
No, I don't listen to her. I just think she's cool. Prayers. Number 2 was Deftones. Number 3 was King Woman, which I completely fell in love with them this year. Nate No Face, because I ran a lot this summer, and I Dress. I love I Dress, actually.
Nate No Face, is that like
Nate No Face.
get you pumped up,
It's just
get you motivated?
angry, sad music. Just it's like
You can run to that?
it's like Prayers, but like a little more aggressive. Yeah, he's really cool. It's very just like, I don't know, staticky and shit like that. But my top genre was alternative metal.
Nice.
So
Mine was punk.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
was
and
my
like
number
dark
one.
wave. That was another big one too.
My other two artists were actually Krogbin, that Houston band that I went to go see in Austin.
You got
They're
to see.
cool.
Oh
You like it
man,
too?
that's awesome.
Yeah, I might actually be seeing them again New Year's Eve.
You guys are gonna run
They're
into
like,
each other.
they're
Watch.
like blowing up though. Like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
seriously gonna
Well,
blow up.
Yeah.
What when I went to go see them in September, they were all talking about it, that Jay-Z that weekend was in New York and he went to a record store and he bought all 3 of their albums.
Oh wow.
So ever since then, they've been kind of slowly been bumping up.
I'll be down.
And they took a picture with him too at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then Mac DeMarco was my 5th artist.
I wish that happened for me. I have not gotten into Mac DeMarco yet.
You know,
I don't think it's ever
One of the ones you got me into Deftones this year, and I'm really glad you did because I really like that shit now.
nice.
I really like that band. I want to see them.
I saw them
Oh,
a little
Deftones
bit
is
before
great live.
Metallica at ACL.
They're a great
Yeah.
live band.
Hmm
Just Chino Moreno.
I had no
Love
idea
him.
what they looked like until I saw them.
Just
I was like, they're all a bunch of Mexican bros.
yeah. R.I.P. Chi Chang.
But yeah.
I love Deftones. I love Deftones, Team Sleep, Palms, Crosses. Those are all like Chino's like.
I think we
little,
get into
sub-bands.
listening to Power Trip last night. I was like, damn, I'm gonna start listening to them. It just randomly
Good.
happens, but it just randomly happens for me. Like
I'm
just
glad
like,
that might happen for
because
you.
I'm telling you what
I
like,
love Power Trip.
Jen experience. I'm telling you, Jen experienced it when we went out to eat. Like if I hear one little thing, and it's random, then my brain just goes like, oh, and I'll fucking go down a rabbit hole. So like one of these days, I'm just gonna be like, Power Trip. I'm gonna fucking listen to them motherfuckers, and I'll go and become obsessed with them. That's what happens with me. Like with Deftones, I just like, fuck, I love these guys. Like I like learn where they're from,
I hope
who's
you
in the
start liking
band,
Power Trip.
where
God,
they,
I hope so.
who's their wife, how many kids they have. That's just where my brain goes. I can't explain why. Like I just become obsessed with shit. I really like Power Trip. I really listened to it last night. I was like, I'm gonna listen to them.
They're kind of thrashy.
Yeah, that's how I felt when we were listening to their live album. I was like, damn, this is cool.
Yeah. Power Trip
Shout out
outside
to
of
them.
Dallas, Texas. R.I.P. Riley Go.
Hey.
That's the heartbreaking part
Who's
of
this?
Krogbin, that band that I went to go see.
it.
If you hear that name, you don't think of that. You don't think that's who's in the
Yeah.
band. I think of like something way different. Let me hear the music. Play a little bit of it.
Okay.
Just like a half a second or something.
Their shit's so catchy.
Yeah. And
I'll
they
play
let-
some on my
yeah.
phone. 'cause
Frog bin.
I'm like, hold
Like,
on, which song are you gonna
You
play?
viewers out there, try and guess what kind of
You
music
asking
is
me?
about to be played.
Uh-huh.
I guarantee it's not what you think. If you're not watching, it's on YouTube. Which you should be, by the way, people, if you're listening.
It's
Please.
called Como Me Quieres.
Oh,
Is that Spanish?
A lot of their
I like
music-
So We Won't Forget.
A lot of their music is like Spanish titles. But it's just like in some, like I would say it's instrumental, but it's just like it's like heavy on guitar, it's heavy on like funk bass,
Yeah.
and
She's
then
like the lead. They have a lead singer.
no, they have a
both
lead
sing.
guitarist.
Yeah.
Oh, because she's on the bass right there. That's why.
They have a lead guitarist, but Laura Lee, the bass player,
Yeah.
she kind of just harmonizes really.
All right, I won't get kicked off. Shout out to them. Are they from Texas?
They're from Houston, yeah.
Oh shit! producing all the great.
Cool fact about Laura Lee, the bass player, was before they became big in the band, she was actually a teacher.
Wow.
So she was a teacher turned into a rock star.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
But yeah, she's badass.
Yeah.
That's over there.
Yep.
So we don't forget.
Mm-hmm. It's catchy.
Have you been listening to him, or because Bradley said you've listened to him?
It's just like on Spotify, it'll kind of just create playlists, like daily mixes, and they just kind of were on one of those mixes, and I just was like, oh, I like this. It's catchy. And then when you like one song, then you'll start hearing more on those daily mixes, and that's how you become obsessed with a new person.
Right.
Yeah, there's another artist from Texas, Leon Bridges. He
Shout out to him.
Yeah, he did an album with them called Texas Sun, and they just announced that they're going to do a follow-up album called Texas Moon.
And they just released a single for that, right?
It's called
Texas
B-Side.
Sun, that's a cool.
Yeah.
Texas man, that's cool. Hold on. That is fucking like what? These fucking birds migrating. Can you hear them?
Them Canadian geese.
I didn't know they go out at night.
I didn't either. It's crazy.
Also, one of the other bands I've been listening to a lot because of Station 41 on XM. The Wi-Fi's out. Fuck. System of the Down.
Oh, I fucking love System of a
Yes, I've
Down.
been listening to. A
I
lot
was
of
like
them.
11 years old, like watching that shit on MTV2, and just, Mom, can you get me the CD? Okay.
Mesmerized.
No. Oh, Mesmerize was my first album that I bought from them, and then I got Toxicity, and then they came out with Hypnotize like immediately after Mesmerize. So I was just like,
Well, that's the one I was thinking of.
yeah. But I just went down a little rabbit hole with them into like steal
Have
this
you
album.
heard?
And
What's his name? Serge.
Mhm.
Have you heard his solo stuff?
I did.
It sounds just like fucking System of the Down.
It is. It's a little more political. It's a little more like just.
I thought it was System of the Down.
No, it sounds just like them. It's just not as like heavy, I guess. Just a tinge.
Weren't they already a political band, kind of?
Yeah, but like no, Surge is just. Oh right, a little more passionate about things. I didn't mind the solo album though, and there's also what's his name, Darren, like the other vocalist.
Mhm.
He had another band called Scars on Broadway. They were sick. They were really sick actually. I love System of a Down.
They're pretty good. I've been listening.
I
to a
love
lot
like
of
that era of rock, like System of a Down, Avenged Sevenfold,
Nu metal.
Atreyu. That's not new metal. I think new metal would be like Korn.
Corn.
Oh, I get that.
Static X.
I always hear
love
System
Static
of
Dude, my
Down.
boss loves Static X.
And
It's so
the,
crazy.
the Wayne Static solo album is really good.
R.I.P. You know, I have an old Static X shirt.
Yeah, you even said you'd give it to me, but
I did.
you never did.
Well, it's in my closet. You can get it.
Okay.
But I did say that.
Yeah, you told me. You said it was a medium.
You can't crop it. As long as you don't
I won't
crop
crop
it.
it. I won't crop it.
I cut the sleeves off it already. All
That's okay. If it's already like cut like that, then I won't crop it.
right, I guess you can have
So Jordan,
it. All right, you guys keep talking. I gotta fucking take a piss.
because we talked about music and how you are and being artsy and everything. Did you play any sports growing up or no?
Yeah, I played basketball all the way up until like senior year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I did powerlifting my senior year. I wasn't good at it, but just like felt like doing it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you were pretty big into basketball, like your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So, but is your brother? Is he into music too, or is that more your thing?
As far as like plays
Like
instruments.
family was there music always in the family? Is that where you pretty much got it from?
Yeah, man. I think we like all like grew up playing instruments, like me and my extended family.
Okay.
We all had the same piano teacher since we were kids, basically.
So you know how to read music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really read music anymore, to be honest. I just play by ear usually.
Yeah, if you have the ear for it,
Yeah.
that's the way to go.
Yeah.
I remember I took a guitar class at South Plains College, like actually learning like the notes and everything. And I was like, man, this is so hard. Like, it's almost like learning a different language. Like if you just start like today, like trying to learn English, it's almost like learning a new language, like reading charts.
Yeah.
It's always because like I did a little bit of charts in high school doing choir, but I started at such a late age where I didn't really fully get to learn it.
Yeah.
So that's why I can never get it.
Yeah. Honestly, like,
did you do choir or band or anything?
I did.
Like
I did choir a little bit in junior high, and then when I got into high school, I did band. I was a tenor saxophone, and I learned the saxophone like during the summer between 8th grade and freshman year. So I was like pretty bad going into high school, but got better. And my sophomore year, I was in the jazz band, and then junior year, like my teacher was like, just do an improv solo. And I was like, I'll try. And I remember the day that we had our state competition, my reed was actually like messed up on my saxophone. So I had to switch to a new one, which is bad because you want to like break it in a little bit. So I like got to that part where I was supposed to do my improv solo, and I just like put something out there. I was like, just barely like making sounds, but that's like one of the most nerve-wracking moments of playing an instrument I've ever had.
Speaking of jazz band, have you ever seen a movie called Whiplash?
Yes.
Oh man, talk about.
Is that what the hell's his name?
It's with J.K. Simmons. It's about the drummer. Yeah.
He slaps him around and shit.
You know, I talked to a few like music teachers about that movie, and they're like, man, like you would get fired so quick if you did anything like that on the movie.
Yeah, for real.
Like you couldn't get away with that now.
Yeah.
Have you seen Whiplash? Oh man, have you? I gotta let y'all borrow it.
Definitely. Actually,
let us borrow it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
they actually showed that to me in an intro to cinema class. Was the first time I saw it.
Oh yeah,
because the cinematography is so good.
Yeah, because I love that it's taught in film classes now. Because that year, it was a movie called Birdman, won Best Picture, and I've always said that Whiplash should have won because it like really defined that whole year of film. Yeah.
Is that like that Kevin Costner movie? Or
no,
who's in it?
It's J.K. Simmons and Miles.
No, Birdman.
Oh, Birdman. It's Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's Michael Keaton, Edward Norton.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
What year was that?
2013. Yep.
What was your college years like? What was your experience at Tech like?
It was good for the most part. Tech. It's weird though. College like feels like those 4 years take a long time.
Who was the head of marketing? Like the one teacher. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know how you have to take like marketing, finance, like to see what, like to actually like declare your major almost. You know what I'm talking about?
Like
he's like a fucking dude with glasses, and he went to like, he talks about Europe and all that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Was he still there when you were there? You know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about
think of his
Harper?
Yes, that guy. I think.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, he was still there. He's not the dean of the marketing department, but he's like, I think he teaches intro to marketing. So like most students, regardless of your major in the business college.
He was my favorite, and I didn't even go into marketing.
Really?
I just liked him a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He's a really cool dude. He was like one of the guys who was like, y'all need to like take college less serious. That's what he told us. He was like, fuck it, you know. He's like, he told us he got a 4.0 in college, studied his ass off, all of this. And when he graduated, he's like, not one person has asked me about my GPA when I graduated. He's a whiskey master too. And
really?
He's like, when people ask me about that, he's like, so y'all go have fun. He's like, don't take this shit too seriously. So I was like, I fucking loved him after that. He's a really cool dude.
Yeah.
I should have went into that shit. I really should have went into marketing. I really should have, but I didn't. Can you do?
What were you studying?
Finance.
Finance.
Fucking
Okay.
bullshit. Jesus Christ. Shit. Like I still have like dreams every now and then about being in school.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like wake up, I'm like, oh god, I'm not even in school anymore. What the fuck? You ever have those dreams?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, dude.
Like stress dreams.
Like I'm like, or like I failed. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like I missed class or something. I don't know.
Because my brother, he's still going to tech. And I'm just like, man, I don't have to worry about that shit anymore.
Yeah, dude. I just saw y'all graduate. I was like, I'm so glad I didn't have to do like finals or anything.
Yeah.
Like I still get like that anxiety, like this time of year from finals and shit, man. That shit sucks.
Yeah, it's already been a year for me since I graduated. So
It's been 2 years for me.
yeah.
Yeah, the 14th would have been 2 years. Were you like involved at school? Anything? Were you doing stuff?
Yeah. I was doing that consulting group.
Okay.
I was a co-director of that group my junior year. No, my senior year, but like I stayed an extra semester. And that was like a under an umbrella organization, Tech Marketing Association. So yeah, I was also in that organization too. But like it was just like a lot of student activities and networking events.
Hell yeah.
type stuff.
What do you plan on doing now?
Dude, right now I'm not sure. And like I feel like there's a lot of different ways I could go for like my first step. And it's kind of just like navigating to like where I want to be in 5 or 10 years from now, you know? But like eventually I hope I want to be in like a creative director role or something like that. Or be in like arts admin would be fun too. So
you still want
See
to
what
keep
happens.
art and all of that?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely.
What would like a creative director for like what? What would you do that?
Dude, I applied to Vans was one of the places
Oh,
I
yeah?
applied to. Cause yeah. Cause it's like, yeah, it's like a free spirited organization that like combines art with like
Can you look
something
up
that's
Vans
more like
Gore-Tex
with
for me?
sports, you know, cause skating is a sport and
They released
do
like a
combination,
hiking shoe. Have you seen those?
a hiking shoe.
Yes,
No,
dude,
I
I
don't think I've
really
seen it.
want
What
some.
was it again?
I think it's Gore-Tex. I might be wrong. Or a hiking shoe, but dude, they're like fucking $300. Or I would have got some. I really thought they were fucking cool. Those right there, the Ultra. Oh, it's $200, $299.
Yeah, maybe.
That, like, I guess they're for like, yeah, it is Gore-Tex. I was right, $199.
This right here?
No, to your right, one over, that one right there. We got like a newsletter from Vans. I don't know why, but they were like, yeah, dude, it was cool. I mean, they sold me because I want some of those.
Oh, yeah, that was actually dope.
So you would do something like that though, like take like to like so you would try to sell it to a customer like me and like make it look cool, like with on the mountains of the shoes and shit. Was that what you would do, or what would you do with that?
I would like to get more into like the content development, like being like a production manager type thing.
Oh, okay.
Just like doing storyboards for videos that they shoot and like helping them execute that.
Oh, okay.
They'll do documentaries too on skateboarders that that they're like signed with. They
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
a life story of a skater called named Tony Alva.
Mhm.
Yeah, they did like this hour-long documentary. So
Dang.
they have a lot of great little films
Yeah.
online too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Like something that like combines art and like,
I've heard
You know,
another
anything like
good
this.
company that to work in that is actually Yeti.
Yeti.
And what's
Tech
cool,
grads.
yeah, and
Yeah.
what's cool about
Mhm.
them is they started in Austin, so the
Mhm.
headquarters is down there.
Dang. But they were tech grads.
Yeah, they went to tech.
That's cool.
Then we went over there and created that. I think they were at the business school, to be honest.
Dang.
Is that what were you saying? They're a good company to work for?
Yeah, especially like in media,
Dude, that'd be cool. That would be just to say you work for them would be cool.
Yeah.
because like if you watch any of their commercials, like they have some badass commercials that they put out, like beautiful looking ones too.
Like on YouTube?
Like on you, like
Or
yeah,
TV?
like on TV, YouTube, everything.
Huh.
Because like they'll be
Can you click on those red ones for me? I want to fucking buy those.
Which ones? I'm colorblind.
Bradley,
I'm colorblind.
The only red shoe that is on the fucking screen. Are you really colorblind?
Yeah, I'm really colorblind.
Wow.
That one right there, man.
The one that I'm on?
Yes.
Okay.
No disrespect to people out there who are colorblind. Sorry.
Wow.
The darker one, it had the darker shade than all the other ones. Sorry.
Hell,
What if it's light?
Hell, they all look black to me. So
Well, my fault.
it's not coming up.
Some people are colorblind in different colors. I got a friend who can't see yellow. I don't know. I'm just digging myself in a bigger hole. Oh, those are women's. Damn it. Oh, no,
Go to the first thing. And then go back. No, yeah. There are those cool ones.
Which one?
Those black, white, and red ones. There you go. Those are kind of sick, honestly.
Yeah.
If it loads.
Shout out to Suddenlink for fucking sucking. Those are pretty cool, actually.
Those are the red ones I thought you were looking at.
Are you colorblind?
No.
Would you wear those?
No.
What are you saying no to? Which question?
No, I'm not colorblind, and no, I wouldn't wear those.
No, you wouldn't?
No. But of all the ones that I've seen, those are the coolest ones.
I don't know why I like them so much. Ankle support?
You have delicate ankles?
Nah, yeah, for real. That's why I wear the high tops. Skate highs. I can't wear the lows. I used to try to skate. I can't do that shit no more. You skate?
Nah, man. I actually broke my arm in half in 5th grade on a ripstick. Yeah. It was 5th grade fun day too. Of all things.
It was not a fun day.
Yeah, exactly. We were all like hyped up on Red Bull and just like ripsticking in the skate park, and then boom, just fell
Did your
off.
bone
a
came
ramp.
out?
What?
Did your bone stick out of your arm?
It didn't stick out of my skin, but it was like.
But could you see it like?
Yeah. So it was like a clean break in half. I just like fell off the ramp and like stuck my hand out to catch myself, and then just like hit the ground and snap. And like, yeah. And it's so weird because like you're in shock, and like I still like remember that moment of shock. Like my arm looks different than whenever I was like.
Was it like instant pain, or did it take a minute for the pain to register?
It took like 10 seconds of that shock, you know? You're just like,
and then it's like,
crap.
ow.
Yeah, exactly.
You snapped it back in place. Did you feel all of that too? Or were you like aware of all that?
Dude, oh my gosh.
We're bringing up old shit.
I'm not sure when it did get snapped back into place, because like we just rode to the hospital. We just got in the car and I like had my arm like on a pillow. And I was just like,
I've never broken any bones. Have you, Bradley?
Nope.
You either?
No, there was that time that my knee like slightly shifted during like a softball injury.
Yeah.
I played softball from the age of 5 to 13, and my dad was my coach for some of those years, so he was a hard ass on me. And we had 2 outs, and I was on second base, and he literally told me, whatever fucking happens, you still at third base. And I was like, yes, papa. And they fucking hit the ball. I took off running. The ball just swung low enough to where as I was mid-run, it caught my kneecap.
ooh.
Yeah.
No.
So it immediately like knocked me off my feet, and I tried to get up to run, and I just fell again. And so I was a third out. So my dad walked me to first base and gave me my glove. He was pissed.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And so it was fucked up that whole day. And the next day it was like black and purple and like blue.
Oh.
My mom took me in and they just popped it back, but that's what it was. And my dad was like, I thought it was just a bruise. Like, yeah, that happened. And then like last September when I was working out at Gino's, we were doing like parking lot, like things across or whatever.
Sprint?
It was like just different things or whatever. But there was one where we were doing like side sprints, and I just tripped. And when I tripped, I like put my elbow up so I didn't catch myself. So I like hit like rib first on the ground.
Ouch.
Yeah. And so I was convinced that I broke my shit. Because like for like a good like 3 months or so, like it was like I could feel something poking me when I would take deep breaths. But I mean, how do you fix a rib?
You don't?
Yeah,
You just live
I
with
was
it?
just really tender, and it was just dark for like 3 months.
Oh, you probably bruised the shit out of it. Damn. God bless.
But not that I know of any broken bones, just fuck ups.
I've come close. I fell off a lime scooter going full
Were
speed.
you drunk?
Nah. I just hit a.
I can just see you.
No. I
Did you?
just,
When you roll? Like, did you fucking tumble around?
so I'll explain it. It was after class one day. I was living at U Point in Overton area, and I was going down University on that sidewalk. And it's now in front of Brahms, but before that, it was abandoned. And I had hit a bump. Where it like jerked the scooter to like the left.
So you went to the right.
Well, I kept going straight, but I got so lucky when this happened because I fell forward. Well, in front of where Brahms is, there's a tree. Well, around the tree is like a brick border that goes up like a foot in the
Yeah.
from the ground. I slammed into that curb, and I was wearing a baseball cap, but I had it backwards, so the padding that was right here,
Little snap thing.
Because when I slammed and when I got up, I was like, man, my whole head's probably opened up. That's what it felt like.
Oh no!
And
Sucks.
but luckily I put my hands up because the brick sliced my hand a little bit. But if I would have just like fully fell into that curb, I could have either broken my neck or something. But
Damn it, Bradley.
But my luck.
He's like, but I didn't.
But get this. My luck. 2 nurses had just finished eating lunch at Raising Cane's, and I had 2 nurses run up to me, and then they took me to the plasma place where they donate plasma, and they fixed me up there. So my luck.
Oh my God, you would. You would.
He gave you band-aids to make it better.
I feel like I should have gone to the hospital because I do feel like I got like a concussion at that time. But I was like, I can't afford a hospital bill.
Where the beds fall on him.
Yeah.
He just smacks it. That's what they did to you. Like, Bradley, shut.
But if I didn't put my hands up, I could have. Hell, if I wasn't wearing a hat, all this probably would have just cut me up real good from just slamming on the brick. Because I hit like the edge, like the sharp edge of it.
I remember my years at Tech. It's not like I was looking for it, but I was kind of like, man, I never seen nobody bust ass on a skateboard or a line. My senior year, I think it was like in November, like right around seeing somebody bust ass. And I was kind of like inside all giddy because I was like, man, I want to see somebody bust ass. They're fucking hauling ass through fucking campus on these things. This dude busted ass.
Have you ever ridden one?
Yeah, I have. And
Are they fun? Are they fast?
fast as hell.
Hell,
Get the zooming.
Hell, I busted on my skateboard on campus.
Oh yeah, I used to like to do that shit. Like longboard and all that.
Not longboard, but like at the MCOM building on the entrance, there's like a little ramp that just goes onto the road. I mean, I do it all the time, but that one time when I got on the road, I just kind of got some speed wobbles and I just fell. And I fell but my luck, there was a group of a group of sorority girls that saw me because they were walking this way. So all you heard was, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And me trying to be all like trying to play it cool. I just go, "Oh, don't worry, it happens all the time." And then I just rode off.
Fucking idiot,
But then when I rode off, I was like, wait, I just said that happens all the time. What I was trying to say was like, no, I'm good. Like,
Chingo, Bradley. What are we gonna do with you?
Yeah, I tell
You
you,
gotta wear a helmet.
I have my moments. But
You gotta wear a fucking helmet, brother.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Skateboard, I've taken a few falls, but you know, nothing I'm not used
I've
to.
fallen on a skateboard a few times too, but never anything crazy.
Nah.
On a bike, yeah. I flipped over a few bikes a few times.
Ever since I started yoga, I've balanced way better on a skateboard now. Like
Really?
it just feels more natural. Like, you know.
See that? You still riding around on them?
Do I now?
You still like to ride around and shit?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll go to campus at night and just ride around. It's best because there's no cars.
Catching some Pokemon.
I was never in the Pokemon.
Motherfucker. Man, if you had to like reflect on your year, would you say it was a great the best year of your life? Was it good? How was it, man?
Best year of my life. That's a stretch for 2021, but like it was a really good year, actually. It was kind of like a lot of ups and downs this year, honestly. Excuse me. But it came around by the end of the year. You know, it's been a good last semester. The craziest part was like at the beginning of the semester, I had COVID. So like first day of class,
Oh shit.
I was like, oh shit, I have a fever. And then I was like, oh man.
Damn.
Yeah. So I like was on the sidelines for the first 2 weeks of school, basically. And then I was like working on an art show for the first Friday of the beginning of the semester. And that was like right whenever I got back from COVID, like basically just had 2 days to get it all set up.
I remember that first Friday when the students came back. That was a good one.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I didn't know like this year was when it started over again.
Yep.
Damn. It's been a long year, but a quick year.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. What was y'all's years like?
A lot of lessons learned. I'll say that. But most of all, it was a good year.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've positioned myself to certain areas in my life where within the upcoming year, you know, it's prepared me for it.
Yeah.
Just got to do what I got to do, you know?
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
What about you, Jennifer? What was your year?
I had a good year, I guess. I mean, I found the beauty in being very transparent and setting boundaries, and it made me lose a lot of friends, but I gained a lot more.
Wow.
And so I am very good and cool with that. You know what I mean? Like,
It's a hard thing to do.
yeah, but it's almost like once I did it, I was like, that's not too bad. Like, maybe I am a little lonely, but you know what? At least I'm not harboring shit. So it's just this whole year I've just been very like transparent with people. Like, if something does not sit well with me and it bothers me, hey, I just have to get this off my chest. This is not cool. Or, hey, I don't like the way you're treating me, or whatever. And so I don't know. I was never really able to speak like that without being aggressive or without coming off as aggressive. So that was really cool this year. I feel like I accomplished a lot. I feel like I got somewhere career-wise in a way. Not where I want to be, but my name is known, and so I'm really thankful for that. And I don't know. I feel like I leveled up like internally this year. In a weird way. Like I'm curious to how 2022 will be successful for me. I feel like it will be successful. I don't know.
I think it'll be a good year.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know. I usually like dread the new year. I don't know. And like my mental health hasn't been as awful as it has been the last few years. So I can't complain either, I guess. Trying not to complain.
Damn, we almost put out 100 episodes this year. This January 4th was episode 84. So this is like 165, so almost 80 episodes. Well, that is 81 episodes. That's how many episodes we've done this year.
It's a lot.
All on YouTube. We got Bradley this year. Got Jen officially this year because you weren't here for that first, like, what? 6 months? No, you probably started in March, huh? Or did you open January? Okay, then we got Jen this year. Damn, it's been a crazy fucking year.
How was your year?
It was great. It was a lot of... Snake Pit wise, it was great. We did a lot of cool things. We did the live show at Bar PM. Unfortunately, the ones we couldn't air at Cast And then the one we did over there with Bradley, you helped me. That was cool. Had a lot of cool guests. We've done a lot of things. I didn't do so well physically. I've been neglecting my physical health. Oh well, everything else has been great though. I lost a lot of friends, like you said, like same thing. But fuck them, I didn't want to be their friend anyways. No, I'm just kidding. I lost a good friend who died. That sucked. So that was really shitty. And but I guess that's life. That's probably like, I don't mean to say that right now, but that's probably the hardest thing I've ever been doing in my fucking life. And that was my buddy, man. I was like, Jesus Christ. Life happens though. Yeah. I think we laid a good groundwork here this year. We've laid a good solid foundation to see what we got next year. I have no guest planned for next year, so we'll see who comes on, who's new. I don't fucking know. Hopefully we get the mayor or something on here. Joey McGuire, if you're listening, please come on. That's the head coach at Tech. It's been but we're gonna, like, you asked me that earlier, didn't you? Like, what do I see myself? Yeah. Just gonna make sure I'm still doing this time next year. Still hoping to record 2 every week.
Yeah.
Going to networking at these shows and shit, man. I kind of want to do more on YouTube. I'm saying this so I do it. I gotta hold myself accountable. I want to do the 4x4x48. That's a physical thing with David Goggins. I want to do that. I want to read at least one book. I haven't read a fucking book in years. Jesus Christ. What were we talking about that with Swagadelic? But other than that, man, I don't know. It's been hopefully 2022, man, is even better. What do you see yourself doing in 2022? What do you want to do? Are you gonna leave Lubbock? Would you leave Lubbock?
Yeah, I mean, it really just depends, honestly, like where I can get the best job at. And I need to like get a job, pay off some like student loans, you know.
That starts again in January. That sucks for you, dude. I got a whole year of no student loans.
Yeah.
Do you have student loans?
Yeah. So
they start again in January.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Biden. Motherfucker. He lied to us. That's what I'm saying. He lied to us.
Yeah.
but
So you have no ties. Like, you wouldn't just be like, you're not like me. I'm staying in Lubbock. You don't really, whatever the money is, huh? Which I respect, man. I get that.
I definitely like have a lot of people in Lubbock that, I don't want to be not seeing very often, you know, like I'll come back as much as I can if I head out of town, but just got to find a good marketing job. You know, there's not a whole lot of marketing jobs in Lubbock, I feel like. So, got to do what you got to do.
Something for like the big cities.
Yeah.
Where's Vans located? Where's their headquarters?
LA.
Yeah, it was somewhere in California that I was looking at, but I think it's a little bit. It's not LA.
It might be Santa Barbara. Maybe.
I think that might be right. Yeah.
Bradley, what are your 2022 plans? What do you got?
First time this. My 2022 or 2022 plan. I can't even talk.
What are your plans for next year, brother?
Get myself financially like focused. Just try to limit just certain things that are holding me back, such as spending money, and pretty much what I want to do is just build on top of my resume with some more short films. I want to do some music videos this year.
Music video?
Yeah.
Nice.
I have a friend that wants to write something first and then put it on film. So, and then, because I'm trying to get into grad school within the next 2 years. So I really want to build myself doing that. Hopefully get a job in radios part-time.
With Julie?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked into PBS jobs, but I wouldn't mind working at a radio station, like in a small town close to here. So I kind of
that'd be pretty cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Really trying to just slowly work my way in adding stuff. Because a lot of times in the past, what I do is my bad habit is like I think too broad, where I don't try to focus on doing like little projects first, because I try to focus so much on big projects where it kind of slows me down, because, you know, I really can't do those just yet. I just need to start little and just work my way out. So
Little things turn into big things, man.
I mean, that's why, you know, doing this podcast with you as much as I can, like, it still puts me on camera, and I have voice recordings now of certain topics that we talk about. So when I put
Nice.
You're darn husky.
yeah, so when I put you know, if I go into radio, if whatever we're talking about, I could just put it all in a reel and just send that in.
Dude, I want to get into radio.
Right.
I don't know how much they get paid.
Not much, but
You have to do it like a side gig.
yeah, kind of like where you do like a 30-minute, an hour show. A lot of times it's the graveyard shift, and just work your way up.
Yeah, they censor too much. You can't say shit.
Nah. You're just pretty much
Even the
saying,
music.
All right, well, here's Adele's new single. Then you just press play.
Did you listen to that album?
What?
Adele?
No.
I
No.
didn't want to seem wrong in asking you first. I was asking Bradley.
No, I've never been an Adele fan.
Oh,
I think she's awesome.
just not for you. I get that.
It's how I feel about Florence and the Machine. Like, personally, why would I ever? But she's great.
I'll see them live.
I feel that.
Jen, you already had told me yesterday you already implemented some good next career, next step in your career. Is that like
so
really
like
set the foundation for you if you want to talk about it right here?
yeah. I mean, I just right now, like, with my job, like, I do hair. I do hair for a living, and I educate, and I work for a really big company called Tony and Guy, and we recently made this big transition globally to a whole new color line, so that I got to meet new educators and just get my hands in something different. And I feel like right now I have opportunity to almost like level up, or just to kind of create just this new standard of client for myself, you know, because I really feel like I want my prices to reflect my work, but I want the products I'm using to reflect my work as well, you know? And so I feel like this is just prime time to just level up in that sense. Like, in the beginning of the year, I've always been busy as a stylist. My shit's cutting out. But I've always been busy as a stylist, but the way I started just kind of marketing myself on Instagram, I kind of started marketing myself in like very limited increments. And within a month, I started getting booked out a month and a half in advance. So I kind of started becoming like a little more just requested. Even though I had weekdays open, my weekends were like booked solid, you know? And so it's almost like I spoke that into existence. Like, I don't have any openings. This is what I have. But it was just me just trying to fill in a day that I had cancellations. And before I knew that, I would keep marketing myself like that. And I got booked out, you know, like my June and July were crazy. And so I want to start doing that for like my pricing as well for the new year, because I did get more education. I'm working with a more luxurious line, with a more luxurious like retail line as well. So for how modern hair is, and like just how technical it is nowadays, there's no more shortcuts with hair. You know, it's just real work. It's color corrections. It's very tedious. And so if I'm going to do tedious work, I want to charge prices that reflect that. But I want a high maintenance clientele. I want a clientele that wants to splurge on their hair. So not that you guys don't. You guys do. But I want to give y'all better. But to give y'all better, I got to charge a little bit more.
So you better come with your checkbooks, people.
But you'll still love your hair, and because I fucking take care of you all the time. I won't fry your shit.
There you go.
Yep.
That's a Texas Chainsaw Alchemist.
Texas Chainsaw Alchemist. I'm thinking about changing my Instagram name, but I don't know if I can part with it.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah. I don't know.
Wait, which one? That one or like Hellsoft?
Oh no, Hella Soft is Hella Soft.
Oh.
I mean, I wanted to do like Hair by Hella or something, but I just love Texas Chainsaw Alchemist. Is just so long though. Yeah.
That is.
I will say no shade to the girl who's got this name. There's a girl here in town that has this hardest fucking hair name, Metallicut.
Hey.
Metallicut. But
What's the shade on her?
I mean,
That's pretty cool.
I think I would be cooler with that name.
Oh. We'll check her
I was
out
gonna
after
say-
this podcast ends so we can judge that after this.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is. So, yeah, you're right, probably. Sorry, no disrespect to you.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, sorry, but like.
Well, it's sorry because you like their names. so
Yeah,
it's
I'm like,
a
sorry.
compliment. Really.
It would be cool on my Instagram with my mullets and my colors.
Damn, you can't even make shirts like that because somebody already has it. Damn it.
I know. I do. I want to get like a
Do you want us to, like,
service
use
menu or
the
some
fans
shit.
to report her so she has to delete it?
No, because what if
No, I'm
karma
just
comes
kidding. That's
back and they
fucked up. Don't
delete
do
Texas Chainsaw Alchemist? Don't do that.
No, don't do that.
Unless you
'cause
want to.
that's
I'm
her,
kidding. I'm kidding.
That's her livelihood, so please don't do that.
Yes, don't do that.
So yeah, let's
Just go under her comments. Go under her comments and say, this is not your name. Change it. No, I'm just
Go in the
kidding.
comments and put my name in there.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
we don't want no beef with nobody.
We Tom Segura her.
That's what I was showing her yesterday.
I was talking about how much I love Garth Brooks, and he was like, "Yeah," and he read me all the fucking comments, and I was like, "Wow, poor Garth."
Every single
I don't
post.
like Garth Brooks.
Well,
Well, Jordan, dude, thanks. Hey, I believe this will be our last podcast of the year. So thanks for being our guest.
Yeah, thank you for
If you
having
want to come back on, let me know.
course.
We'll have you back on. And you got any words for the people out there? Where can they follow you? Where can they get your music?
Yeah, just follow me on Instagram.
That's frozen right now. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's j.m.culla. Check me out there, and then also me and some friends are in like a little collective art group called Imagination Wave. Look
Okay.
that up on Instagram. The I in imagination is a 1, so it's like one imagination wave. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, and stay tuned.
Will you be doing more live shows? Or
Yeah.
just stay tuned for that too? You don't know any right now?
Yeah, right now I'm just kind of like playing it by ear.
There you
and
go.
we'll see what
people.
happens.
Shout out to Vans. We'll see you guys next time. Snake Pit Pod on everything. Thank you.
Thank y'all.